Hi, I'm back. This is Steve from Hauntedcuriosities, part 3. Anyway, this thing had crooked toes, and I'm like, not crooked toes, I'm sorry, crooked feet. And 2 years went by, and I'm thinking, wow, I've seen demons. I've looked at demons. I've seen them. I've stared at them dead in their face. I've never been afraid. Because one of the things that I have is a natural, I guess, supernatural ability is don't screw with me. I don't care who you are, demon or not, and I have no fear. Now, maybe that's me being an idiot. Maybe it's my lack of common sense, but I've never had problems with demons. I've walked into a house notorious for having vicious demons, and they did not mess with me. Did I see them? Did they try? Yes, but they backed off, and I don't know why it is. I think it's because I have no fear. I think they know I have no fear. But this thing did not look like any demon I had ever seen, ever in my life. You may want to pull that curtain because it's putting the sun over you.
The sun is moving.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. That's perfect. So, a year or two went by, and I was at this restaurant that I eat at, and the people that own the restaurant they're from Turkey, and they're Muslim. And their daughter, who's a Muslim, I would hang out with her. We would go to clubs. Yes, Muslims do go to clubs. We would hang out and have a good time. She is like the nicest girl, beautiful girl. This girl's absolutely beautiful, and just a nice all around person. I only like nice people, so I hang out with her. I don't hang out with nasty people. So we got to talking, and she was into the supernatural, and I got to telling her about what I saw, and she goes, Dee Dee, that's not a demon. Do you know what that is? I go, well, I mean, I think it's a demon, but I thought it was like, I never seen nothing that looks like that. She goes, that is a djinn. That is a djinn of the evil kind that can actually possess your body. And she said that they can take on the form of other people in the house. Now, did she know what she was talking about? Absolutely. Because my ex, the deflated pumpkinhead private part scratcher, would be downstairs in the yard. I'd be on the 4th floor. I could see him down there. I would be talking to my son, and his father would walk in the room. I turned my head to the right, there's his father. I turned my head to the left, and he's also in the yard. So you tell me, who was I speaking to? That's scary.
Oh, yeah.
These things can be very evil. Now, as I started reading up on this epilepsy, I find out that sometimes djinn can cause this. Even if you didn't have one in your possession, I'm not talking about the good jinn, I'm talking about the evil ones now.
Right.
The problem with that is some sellers, like, people would say to me, Dee Dee, should I go to this or that seller? I will never put another seller down. What I will do is, if you ask me about a seller, I'll say absolutely go to them. Like, I think there's like 2 sellers off the top of my head that I can tell you are very good and take their stuff seriously and work very hard for the people that they are selling to. And I've had about 4 other sellers tell me, Dee Dee, you should not promote other sellers because you are cutting your own business. Well, you know, if you're in the goal, if your goal is to help people, you don't prevent someone from going to someone that can help them.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to do that over $1 because we're going to talk about some things that have happened over $1 when we get into other videos. That the world should be where, when you help someone else out, if I help another seller out, it's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to them. I'm not dying for money anyway. I don't have an issue with money. I don't have money problems, mainly because my money items work. So I don't care if I give other sellers business, but I'm only going to give sellers business that I know are good. And if you ask me, well, Dee Dee, how do you know? Have you bought their items? No, I haven't. And it's not because I wouldn't, and it's not because I don't like some of the stuff they have. It's just, it's not that. It's strictly about, I have a lot of stuff of my own, you know, like, you know, I just do. I got a lot of stuff of my own. But I can tell when I look in their faces, and yes, I know what they look like, because, you know, real sellers, you'll see their face. I see their face, I've spoken to them, and you get an energy and you get a vibe, and you know that these are good people, not bad people. Like, I've talked to some sellers and I'm like, how the fuck is anybody buying from them? Like, seriously. And you know some of the ones I'm talking about.
I do.
Because we've looked at the stuff. And that is it. Like Terry, it's like, how the fuck are people buying from them? Are the people?
And I feel
I'm sorry,
so
I'm not
bad
going to
for
be
them.
Yeah, I'm not going to be politically correct here. I'm going to be like, are these people retarded? Like, are they honestly retarded? Because why are they buying it? I mean, it's written in black and white for them. All they just need to do is pick up on it that these people are not out to help them.
Yeah.
They're just out to make whatever money that they can get from them, and that's not cool. Because most of my healing services I do, actually all of them, I say most of them, all of them are free. I don't charge a dime. If you guys can get here, I will do it. I will meet with you. I don't hide behind my computer. I'm hiding behind the phone right now because I'm videotaping Nymphadora, but I have my pictures out there on the internet, and then I'll put more out. Like, it's not a problem. But I have met with, I can't count the amount of customers that I have met with. And they'll tell you, that girl has an ass the size of a table and you can lay glass on it. I meet everybody. I have nothing to hide. I have had people over at my house and I've let them play with my items. Like, it is what it is. But I have nothing to hide. And these other sellers don't either. Their faces are out there on the internet. Yeah. They're genuine people. And a lot of you want card readings. I will tell you, go to them. Don't go to me because I don't have time unless you're sitting with me, person to person. So with that being said, excuse me. So with all that being said, this video is really to help people. So we were doing this research on the epilepsy. And one of the questions I had was, I'm reading about the jinn that can cause it. I'm reading about how playing with Ouija boards can cause it.
Yes.
I was reading about in the Bible about how they discussed epilepsy in the Bible even. And how it's rooted in curses or evil stuff or things that you've come in contact things you've come in contact with. And then you can read other things about it and they'll say, well, people have said this, that, and the other, and it's not true. Well, I went and met with someone who had epilepsy about 2 days ago. And I said, I need somebody to practice on. This is terrible. I hate to say it like that, but I need somebody to practice on. Because I have someone I'm going to see that I want to cure.
Yeah.
And I've never done it before, and I don't know if it's going to work. And so I started practicing on them, and I could feel the energy. And it's
very powerful.
And I used what you told me of your knowledge of back in the biblical times. I used your knowledge, and I don't care who's a Christian or who's not. I don't care who believes and who doesn't. And even the person I'm working on does not have to believe, which was amazing.
Exactly.
And with those secrets that you told me, Nymphadora, the girl was having seizures every day.
It's amazing.
And she's not having them anymore.
I know, it's great. It's
great. It's been 2 days now, so we'll see. Like, tomorrow will be the third day, but she had like 2 every day. And that's a lot, I think. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know a lot about it, but I think that would be a lot.
I was going to say...
Her name's Leah, by the way. And
there's
she
different
doesn't
levels
care that I say who she is, but her name's Leah. And she told me if she can go a week without seizures, that she'll go on video, which is really cool because it's good to see a customer come on video. A lot of my customers don't want to because they have families that are not into the same thing they're into. But I want to go over some more about this spiritual DNA and about the cell memory. And because is it the cell memory that makes it carry on?
Yes. That's why.
So spiritual DNA is just another word, pretty much, for cell memory.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, carrying over from the many lives, it's definitely a big deal. And like I said, some of the blockages don't even have to do with your past lives. It could be something that happened now. So I mean, it's really important to get to the bottom of what is going on to really fix what's going on in your life now. And this will even be dramatic for future lives.
So basically, you got to figure out what's going on now, and if that's not it, what went on in the past.
Exactly.
And then if you're doing that, you got to pick out all the different things that it could be.
It's crazy sometimes,
So it's like a whole body
I've had very, very simple ones where it was just cut and dry. This is what it is. We fixed it and moved on. And
other ones that are
great. And then there's other ones where I've literally spent hours and hours and hours digging and digging and digging. I mean, some of them it's only been 2 or 3 lives back. I've had a couple where they're pre-Earth, and that has been such a traumatic event in their life. Oh my
God! So now
we're carrying on every single life they've had since then.
So now we're adding like a third thing onto this. We're adding pre-Earth now.
Some of people are pre-Earth, yeah. If they're pre-Earth, not everybody's pre-Earth.
Yeah, I know.
So if they're pre-Earth, sometimes it even happens back then on whatever dimension or planet they're from pre-Earth. And some of those...
We're going to stop.
Of course.
We're going to come back and we're going to go through the list of things.
Yes.
We're going to get us some more hot tea. Right now we're sitting at the Hampton Inn and maybe they got some cookies or something. All right, so
Oh no, Judy's wanting those cookies.
No, I love them. Oatmeal raisin and cookies at the Hampton Inn. I love them, love them. Okay, we'll be right back. Hold up for part, what is that, 4?
We're on 4
Okay,
now.
4.